All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I know the rain's been really weird. I know life has really just been weird. So I think we're doing the best we can right now. I think you guys are doing great. I think everybody's holding up really well. I think just in general, I think this kingdom's pretty much nailed it. We're looking out for each other. Everybody's having a good time from what I can see. And hopefully when this is all done and whatnot, and hopefully soon, which, I mean, I know it's not going to be soon, but I miss you guys. I know everybody misses each other, but we got to make sure we keep track and keep intact with everybody. But, so, we're going to go ahead and get started. There's going to be... I don't have a huge lot of awards just because, I mean, not a whole lot's happened this reign because of the nature of things. I do have quite a few, but just not as many as that we normally would have. John Delar cannot be here tonight, so we will be missing half the awards, but he will be on and finishing Dragon Master later this week, so expect to see the awards from him. So if you don't get something or you're curious about something, give it a little bit. There might be something that comes. I will also say there are a couple awards that aren't being given tonight just because we're waiting on scrolls to be made for them. So if you put in a recommendation for something, please don't freak out and don't worry. We're still working on it. We want to make sure it gets presented the right way. Cool.
Does that mean there will be like a second call type thing for the ANS Awards from Dragon Master that John Delar runs?
More than likely, yes.
Okay, cool.
Either he's going to do it on his own or they might get pushed out to Fury. I don't know exactly how he's doing it yet.
Gotcha. Good deal.
So we'll find out. But yeah, he's a little busy right now, so but he'll get it managed later. I'm gonna give a big shout out to those who helped run GE this year. I mean, I know it was all virtual, but we kind of came together and we put a bunch of classes together. Mac, or Jace, I should say. I want to give a big shout out to him. He was one of the big helps that really helped put a lot of this together. Thank you to everybody who helped run a class. I think that's huge. I mean, I know we could have had classes at GE, but with what we were given, we made do, and I think it turned out really well. So, big shout out to you guys. Feel free to cheer, clap, do what you gotta do. Woo! Don't be quiet.
Woo!
Yeah, be happy. Be happy for your friends. So, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start. I'm gonna go ahead and call Bambi up.
Hi.
Yeah, you. You are being awarded your first Smith for the quest you ran for Cyrandel.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna just mark
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Keep doing it. Is Maelstrom here? No?
Wait, hold on. I'll get him. Hold on.
Yeah.
The plus is when they're vaguely in some part of the house.
Why are you getting the award? Hold on.
This is great.
Go, Ava, go! Go!
Hi.
Hi.
Run. Where is he?
He's right there.
There he is.
He's down at the bottom. Hi. You are being awarded your second crown. Yeah.
Huzzah!
Leadership is. Okay. Yay! Going back. Yay! That was Zoe. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Zoe.
A hair ponytail.
Cute.
You're cute.
Very nice ponytail.
Is Augustus here?
Who?
Augustus?
Augustus?
Augustus? I'm horrible with pronunciations.
Yeah, the other part of the
Yeah,
house.
get him!
Go, Timber, go!
Augustus, I'm horrible with
Timber.
pronunciations. I'm sorry.
Or for someone in other parts of the house.
I didn't realize we were having a scavenger hunt for Fort.
Go find the person person getting the awards. Ready?
I'm gonna head out.
Hey, how you doing?
How do you think we're rewarding relics?
What was that?
Go find them.
Yeah, you gotta go find them. They're all in Maine, though. Good luck. They're in my garage.
Oh no.
So you are actually being awarded your third Smith for all the quests and stuff you have been doing for Sierrendale.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yay, quest writing! So important.
They are. They're very important because without people like that, we don't get to have a lot of fun.
True.
And a lot of times they take up their own time to make sure other people have fun. So I think that's huge.
Thank you for giving me monsters to slay.
No black daddies? No, thank you. No black daddies. Okay.
Amstar there.
All right.
We're having a report.
So I'm not sure if you prefer original sin or just sin.
It's either or.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're up.
Please.
Okay.
So for those who haven't seen, Sin has been putting out a lot of new weapons and a lot of really cool things. She is being awarded her third owl, specifically for her plastic sword that she made.
Whoa!
Oh, Sin.
Yeah.
Whoa! There.
Yeah, you get it, girl.
All right. And it's because I just saw him in here. This works out perfectly. Jack the Black.
Hey.
Yeah, me.
Hey, that is you.
Oh, empty chair.
I wandered in off the street. I didn't know this was going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for those who don't know Jack, he actually plays out in Bruce Way.
Don't know Jack.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised actually.
I don't know Jack.
But one thing I do know about him, and I see a lot of it on his personal wall and everything like that. He does a lot to help people in general, whether it's outside of Amgard or in. He's constantly helping clean halls, feast halls, the cabins, things like that, picking up trash. And we want to make sure that doesn't go unnoticed. So you're being awarded your third rose.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, Lord.
Also, for those who haven't seen, shout out to Jack. He's been helping feed people outside of Amgard, making sure people get lunches and things like that, and I think that's huge.
I've recently taken over as the coordinator for a food bank here in Boston. If anyone does have any needs, I will get you a month worth of food in your car. Just come on down and get it. And here's the best part: it's in a haunted church they gave me.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sure.
Haunted, you say?
First food.
My last meal has come from.
I would do it for the haunted church.
Yeah.
Do it for the spoops.
There you go, for the spoops.
Spook food.
Church during a plague.
All right, is Ez here?
Ez?
Ez from Anwin?
Puppy.
There.
Bison.
I don't think she's here, but she's my page, so
All right, well, you're going to have to accept it.
I'll let her know.
All right.
I'll let her know.
Well, she is being awarded her first crown for her term as regent.
Yay.
All right. Let's see. Horizon. Yeah, you. So, this might just be an error in the orc, and you might just have them and it's not in there. But for those who don't know, Horizon, excuse me, has been hosting online roleplay stuff on the Ebon Falls Discord page, where he has been doing a lot of different voices and things like that, and it's really cool. It really helps get you into the mood. According to your orc, you don't have any, so I'm gonna go ahead and award you your first mask. I thought that was a little weird. But you are also, for your creation of the, I believe it was Rising Phoenix, if I have the name right. Yes, you are also being awarded your fourth
Phoenix
Smith for that.
Rising.
Phoenix Rising, there we go. Got them backwards. But you're being awarded your fourth Smith as well for that. Yeah. I know I saw him in the chat. Critic.
Critic.
Does he have voice?
Critic.
Or is it video?
Oh, he's out
Searching.
here.
Yeah, we out there.
Oh,
We
he's
out
there.
Next.
He's listening.
All right.
Hey,
He's listening.
He's lurking.
hi, critic.
Critic is also being awarded his second mask for his participation on the online roleplay. He's been doing really well. He's been really big into it. He's been playing Amp for just a little over a year, and I mean, he jumped in head first. Took over everything he possibly could. Right now, he's also the Baron of Evan Falls, and I mean, he's just putting everything he has into it. So I think he's doing a really good job.
Well
done.
Well done.
I wonder if Bear ever will plays.
Nah, he doesn't. I haven't seen it.
I heard Barry's voice one time and it freaked me the hell out.
His real voice.
Sorry, his dead voice. I want to make sure I get the vernacular right.
There you go.
You were hearing his voice.
Is the Azure players here?
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan.
Is he?
Oh, but I can scream at him. Do you need me?
Yes.
Yes. Scream at him.
What's he getting?
Ryan is
He's getting an award.
Oh, and that's Bison.
no you.
I can
And
be
behind
Ryan.
them is-
All right. Jet is suddenly Ryan. Perfect. He is getting his first mask for roleplay as well.
What?
What? Is first.
No.
Yay.
Yeah, it says his first.
Hey Ryan.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yo, right yard? What are you? What you saying?
All right. So I got one that's gonna take up a little bit. This person actually got quite a few. Some of them I think are a little back-owed. Some of them are something that I've been planning for a little while. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it off. I know he's
Again?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Theme for every GE?
Yeah, right. Banned from every GE. Is that what you said?
No, it's a theme for every GE. Last GE, I think I got up to my eyeballs in a pool.
Nice.
Ryan
Perfect.
might come join us.
Oh, all right. If Ryan comes, I'll give it out again.
I was yelling at him like I said I would.
Perfect. All right.
He just needs the link.
So Loft is actually getting his third owl. For those who haven't seen, Loft's been putting out a bunch of really cool weapons. He's made Amadu. He made one of these shovel swords, which I think's hilarious. So he could be a shovel knight. You know, he's going out creating his own like covers and everything for him too, and they're all matching. I think that's really neat. So you're getting your third owl for that one. For your class that you ran just the other day, Yeetonomics, you are also getting your third smith.
Yay!
And this one's a little bit little older, but for those who don't know, Loft was bribed in chicken nuggets to enter a tournament.
Taco
it's
Bell.
Taco Bell. There we go.
It was Taco Bell.
It was for a quesadilla.
Yep.
But I heard he did really well, and I heard he ended up winning. And you are also being awarded your third warrior.
He swept the tournament for a quesadilla, and it was great.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
The Baja Blast.
I do have one other award for Loft. I know I spoke with Anders about this at one point. Me and him had this conversation. This is something I've actually wanted to give out since Yule. Even though I wasn't Monarch then, you know. But this is something that's been on my radar since then. Me and Anders had a conversation at Coronation, actually. And it's one of those awards that when you give it out and you think about it, you really just, you know the person who wants it, or not wants it, but who really deserves it. And it's not something that you have to think about. It's just one of those awards you know. I've known Law for a couple years now. Every interaction I've had with him is just, it's great. Everything I see with him with other people, it's fantastic. Loft actually submitted the most awards as well for recommendations, which I think is great. Some of them are hilarious. I think he pays attention to a lot of people, and he's, really putting in a lot of effort to support people and make everybody happy. And it really shows. Loft, you're doing a great job, man. Please don't change. But I can only give one of these out, a rain. So Loft, you're actually getting your first Order of the Jovius.
That's my apprentice.
Nice.
I don't even know what to say.
Well deserved.
Yeah, no, it's definitely deserved. Like I said, I've been hard stuck on that since Yule. I wasn't even in office at that point for Monarch, and that's something I really wanted to make sure you got.
Oh, okay.
Someone trying to say something?
Rob is here, but he can't hear anything, so he's still essentially not here.
Perfect.
I'm gonna type it in chat. Hold on. I know I saw her. Where's she at? She get moved.
Yeah, I'm
there
here.
we go. You're on the second screen on my screen. For your class, for the GE virtual, you are also being awarded your second Smith.
Ooh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay, today.
Tete.
Kate.
Get
it wrong.
I will say we do have a lot of Smiths this time around, between a lot of classes that have been run since the beginning of the reign. So once again, like I said, I think that's really awesome. Those people are really putting in the extra effort to make sure everybody else has something to do and keep everybody busy. And that, I don't know how much more we can say thank you besides saying thank you and giving you awards and just continuously saying thank you.
Noodles, what number Smith was that?
What?
What number Smith? I missed it too.
It was second.
Thank you.
Hey, Constantine can't be here right now. Mind if I record a phone upon phone what award he's getting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do it so you're the. I'm gonna do it so you're the big screen.
All right, let me just grab the.
Okay, hang on. Let me figure out how to make you the big screen. I want to make you the big screen. I can't.
It's close enough. It's fine. All right, let's go. All right.
Constantine is being awarded their third owl for all the shields that they've been making.
Yay.
Yeah.
Lit.
Mint.
Hey, everybody, I gotta get going, but thank you for the mask award.
Hey!
I'm still
Hello!
and stuff.
Why, hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
there you
my
are.
old room.
Thanks for stopping by.
On the floor. Shit, never
Yeah.
mind.
But yeah, you guys, I will pick up on the chat now that I know how to work this thing and get back to it when I can. I hope that you guys have a good one.
You as well. Enjoy.
See ya.
Enjoy. Bye.
It's clear. I think it's clear.
Is it clear? No.
Bro.
I want to see.
Yeah, well, the chat's shuffling around.
Wait, it just does it. Well, that's deep.
Celia. I know I saw her too. Where'd she go?
Oh, I'm right here.
There's two screens, so it's hard to find. There we go. I'm like flipping back and forth on my screen. All right. For your class, you are also being awarded your third Smith that you taught for the GE virtual.
Yay!
Hype, hype, hype.
Hype, hype.
All right. This one's actually gonna be a 2-for-1. I'm trying to find the right person on screen real quick. There we go. This one is for Melisandre. I'm horrible with names. Where's she at? There she is. Yeah, I saw you. Where'd you go?
Here.
Now you disappeared on the other screen. There we go. So I think this one's a little overdue. You do a lot for the kingdom. You do a lot for the BOD. I know you did a lot when you were chancellor. You help run events. I mean, right now, if you guys haven't seen, she's also putting together a fundraiser for us to help us get some extra money for the kingdom. But this one's a little bit overdue. You are actually being awarded your 5th rose for Fury, being Autocrat of Fury. We did actually have one other thing from my boyfriend who wanted to do something.
Yeah, at the same time, somebody else's phone goes off.
Yeah.
That's very with that hype.
So, see, at this point, I don't know if I need to look at the camera straight at her. I'm just gonna look at you. I know over this last few months that we've been through, like, a crazy amount of things together, and you know that I truly do love you from the bottom of my heart, and I just wanted to do more than just, I guess, I'm just gonna get to it. I'm silly with words. Will you marry me?
Yeah.
You
said yes, right?
Now you gotta show off the ring.
Yes, I said yes. And
Yes.
change his name to my fiance.
Oh man.
Hearts in chat.
Yeah. Do we have Ezalor here?
He is not in the chat as far as I'm aware.
Darn. He is also being awarded his 3rd crown for his time in office as well.
Rachel and I will pass it on to him.
Right on.
Ivor, what do you have on your head?
Samwise here?
I have not seen him.
No, he is not. Samwise, same thing. He did really awesome. He actually ran 2 classes for the GE virtual, and he is also being awarded his 2nd Smith. So we'll have to make sure we notify him for that.
Sorry, what was that he's being
Second
awarded?
Jason.
His 2nd Smith. Yeah. And I don't see her either, but Whimsy, unless I'm just missing her. Yeah, I don't see her.
It's Jess, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, yes.
She taught a class today about campfire cooking, and I wasn't able to stay a whole lot, but one thing I thought was super important that I don't see in a lot of other classes, especially ones that I teach, is she actually went over safety precautions, and I'm horrible about that. So I think that's huge. But she is also being...
for life.
Yeah, right? She's actually being awarded her 6th Smith for the class that she taught today.
Older.
Oh, somebody tell her, is that what I just heard?
Yeah, I just sold her.
Right on. Perfect.
I was thinking like anti-griffins. No.
Yeah, there we go. You're getting the anti-griffin.
You're above a 6th level warrior. Are you legally even allowed?
Well,
to earn
that's
griffins?
that's actually a thing now because you said it. I'm giving Colt the non-noble title of the anti-griffin now.
We gotta give him we gotta give him the non-noble of French ties me captain.
I was supposed to be the good one.
Not anymore.
I get a screen cap of Karen's face.
See where they get them from.
All right. Anyways, back to what I was actually gonna give you, even though I am still giving you that. So, for those who don't know, or just a lot of times, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody's been there or has at least heard of it. Moonshine. I went last year for the first time ever. I had a blast. I actually don't roleplay almost ever. I'm just really bad at it for the most part. Right?
The giraffe would like to say otherwise.
Yeah, the giraffe would say otherwise, but I don't know. I have my thing with it. It's not that I hate it, but when I played there, I had an absolute blast. You know, it was 6 hours, 7 hours of just straight quest, straight roleplay. Though I didn't roleplay a whole lot, you know, I went along with it, and it was fun. It's something I would definitely like to do again. I'll definitely be there as many moonshins I can moving forward. Quest mechanics are great. The overall quest is great. The use of the land that we had was great. You know, I give Colt a lot of crap. You know, we give each other crap back and forth. But I even walked up to him at the end of the day and I was like, look, man, I was like, you blew me away. You did a really good job, and I had a blast. So we're actually going to give you your 5th Smith for all the quests and things that you had ran at Moonshine.
3 days this year, though. 3 days. You thought 6-7 hours was long. Yes, it's still happening as far as I know.
COVID-19 says otherwise.
Well, it's Columbus Day, and with the state opening back up, we don't know.
COVID-19 would like your address, please.
As of right now, tentatively, it is still in the works. I'm still writing it and all the other stuff. We'll see how things go with all the craziness, and hopefully things have calmed down by then. But as of right now, I still plan on doing it because we still got like 4 months, 5 months. So we'll see what happens.
I know I saw him as well. Is Excellion here?
The lion.
For extra lion.
They're both here.
I'm Minister.
I know I saw him. Where'd he go?
I'm Minister Eternal.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. I found you. All right. So you're actually getting a couple awards. You are also getting your 2nd mass for your roleplay at Moonshine. You're welcome. You are getting your 2nd crown, which I thought that was a little weird. That you only had that many, but you're getting your 2nd crown for all the time that you've been in office at Eldamar and other parks. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Colt give this one out. Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, hooray! All right.
As if we didn't hear you talk enough.
Just as a bicycle has 2 wheels, so too does everyone have 2 sides. A dichotomy of good and evil that with the wrong choice may spin us away from the path of justice. Luckily, there is one among you who's willing to direct the traffic of morality, to steer us back onto the road of righteousness. A filthy and thankless job, to be sure, fitting for one so equipped with the gloves of generosity. For only he is armed with the strength of character needed to provide truly streamlined aerodynamic altruism. Our trail is teeming with obstacles that obfuscate our decisions in obscurity. We all stray from the path, but know that when we do, we can look to Ethelian as the light of heroism to guide us through uncertainty. And for his devotion to duty, commitment to conscientiousness, and just being an all-around good guy, TM. Kingdom of Goldenvale, by hand noodles on this day, May the 24th, in the year of our Lord 2020, do hereby confer upon Squire Ethelian the noble title of Lord, and upon him all rights, wits, privileges, and so forth. So here from now on, yet it is over. And on this day, yada yada yada, you know the drill. So for all of that hip hip huzzah and all of that hullabaloo, my good man, congratulations, Lord Ethelian.
I like King Kyle.
I don't know what to say. Thank you. Stay
No, you.
good with it, bud.
If I could accept my Golden 30, you could accept the Lord.
Hip hip huzzah.
Huzzah!
See you when I see you, bud. See you when I see you.
See you when I see you.
You too, Eric. Congrats.
Congrats, man. Speaking of moonshine as well, Bunny the Dwarf. There she is.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
that's
me.
you.
Hi.
Hey.
Bunny! Woo!
What kind of alcohol were you drinking? Curiosity.
What?
So what kind of alcohol were you drinking?
Mead.
Oh, right on.
Always mead. My girl. I'm drinking gin. It's GE. What else?
Yeah, right? All right. So every time I've seen you at events or just like in smaller park things, You're always doing roleplay. You're always doing really well. And Moonshine, you actually did a couple characters, which I thought was really neat. Especially the final character, like towards the boss monster, I thought was really awesome. I thought the costume was great. I thought the prop was awesome. You put a lot of detail into it. I thought it was really cool.
I want to say that right now.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was Kyle.
Either way, the whole thing looked really great. You know, you put a lot into it, all the detail. We're gonna go ahead and award you your 5th mask.
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna read on the road out.
Well deserved.
Before I call this person up, I want to say this is something I wanted to give since the beginning of the reign, regardless. So I'm really hyped that I can give this out. I know I'm not the only one who's been pushing for this. The Kingdom Award Rec, there was a couple in there, I believe, for this, but there was one specifically that was like this massive wall of text. And, I mean, it was huge. And I was like, well, I'm glad I'm giving this out so I don't have to disappoint the person who wrote this. So I'm going to go ahead and call up Birch.
Birch.
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart.
Alright. Can you guys hear me alright now?
Yeah.
Alright. So the author for this is unknown, but it is titled The Best Part About Owning a Dog. The best part about owning a dog is the way he will come over to see me, for no reason, just to let me know I'm important to him. Is the way he is always ready to lick the jelly off my nose. Is the way he looks into my eyes and finds contentment in simply being near me. Is the way he will run all over the yard, fetch a soggy tennis ball, and bring it back to me as if I say, "Look, Mom, it's all I have, but it's yours." Is the way he wakes up in the morning by pushing his cold wet nose in my ear and snuffing loudly. Is the way he shreds toilet paper all over the house because it's fun, even though he knows he shouldn't. Is the way he sure can catch ducks in the lake. Is the way he comes over to me when he is sad. Is the way he wedges himself near me when I am sad and pushes all others away to console me with his love. Is the way he pounces on crickets in the backyard. Is the way he looks perplexed when they escape. Is the way he is terrified of the evil pink hula hoop. Is the way he doesn't mind how much of that horrid perfume I'm wearing just because it was a gift from my relative who's visiting. Is the way he doesn't care about bad hair day or overdue bills. Is the way he loves me even when I am impatient and have no time in the morning for a game of tug-of-war. Is the way his coat feels like liquid silk under my fingers, and is the wisdom beyond words. Birch, above we see the best qualities of a best doggo. Here, the mighty kingdom recognizes your hard work, resilient spirit, kindness, enthusiasm, generosity, and dedication. Qualities we have value in best Amtgarders and see in your contribution to the kingdom and Amtgard. As such, we hereby bestow you upon the noble title of Lord.
Well deserved. Oh, that's nice.
I get.
Woo!
I
That's a nice scroll. Who made that?
I
Probably
did.
the person that held it.
Probably the person who held it.
Oh, I said,
I'm excited for you. You are welcome. Thank you. One second. I actually have one last award to give out. Alright, so at the beginning of the reign, I took a little break from this one, moving on, but one of the big things I said I wanted to do was do Kingdom Spotlights. You know, moving between the 4 paths of the knighthood: sword, flame, crown, and serpent. Like I said, I took a little break from it. We were trying to work on GE stuff and working on real life stuff at the time. But this weekend was the one I wanted to start back up with. And it's actually for this spotlight here. It's actually the spotlight for crown. And it's actually going to go to Pix Riel. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, we have a special visitor here too. If you haven't even noticed, where's she at? There she is. She's waving. Yeah. For those who haven't seen, I mean, she's been doing a lot for us between credits, awards. She's been fixing a lot of things in the org for us, updating things. Man, all BOD stuff, all like the voting stuff, and she's been really on time with it. She's kept multiple calendars for us, making things a lot easier for us, ease of access, making most of our lives just a lot simpler and a lot more easy to manage, and taking a lot of our stuff off our shoulders, which I think is really awesome. But we really wanted to say thank you. We owe a lot to you. For those who don't know, she's actually going to be returning as our prime minister already. So we're not kicking her out this time as like we normally would. So she's sticking around. But we do have one thing for you, and that is we would like to elevate you to the noble title of Baroness.
Woo! Big time. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
It's train. Woo!
Train.
It's so good. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Love you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
But yeah, so you are actually this week's Kingdom Spotlight, and I know this isn't just for me; it's from a lot of people. But thank you a lot. We really don't deserve a lot of the effort that you put in for us, but we are extremely grateful for it. Yeah. So, with that was actually all the awards that I had. Like I said before, John Dollar couldn't be here tonight, so expect more awards from him. He's still working on Dragon Master, so there's still that happening. There are a couple awards that weren't given tonight that will be given out later towards the end of the year towards Fury. So if it's something big that you had put in a request for, please don't worry. It's just being worked on, and we wanted to make sure it got the right scroll for it. So don't get upset or get worried about it, please.